Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lizzie. You can also call me Ichele. So I want to thank all my viewers and my subscribers, everybody that have loved my posts or my videos and shared it in any way. I say may God bless you, and stay tuned to this channel. And for people that have been to my channel but they have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get notifications as well whenever I drop a new video. And for people that have been to my new to my channel, you are most welcome. Please subscribe to my channel as well. So in this video, I am going to talk about our birth chart. That is, I'm going to tell us what our birth chart looks like, because most times when you ask people, what they know is just their zodiac sign, which is their sun sign. Whenever you hear zodiac sign, it means your sun sign. So what most people know is just their sun sign, and they don't know how much impact the other planets and other things affect them. So they only know their sun sign. And sometimes you hear people asking questions like, I was born in November and I don't behave like so person because that person as well is a Scorpio or something. There are small things that makes you differ from others. That is why they call it your astrological fingerprint. Your fingerprint means the only thing, just like the fingerprint of your palm, that is the only thing that you precisely possess. What makes you unique in the whole universe. So even if you are a twin, that's why you see sometimes most twins don't have the same personality trait, and that confuses people about the zodiac. They'll be like, oh, the zodiac is not saying the truth. I will tell you all about it in this video. Then, in this video, I'm also going to tell us, explain the birth chart for us, and how we can interpret it and how it affects us in general. That is every features of the birth chart. I'm going to talk about them one in this video. So, what determines our placement in the sun or in the signs or the planets on the celestial bodies? What determines our placement is at birth, we are all given a certain astrological fingerprint. That is why it's something that is very peculiar to us, only you. Even twin, born on the same day, same location, doesn't have the same birth chart. Reason is because for your birth chart, you need time. So there is no two people that are born the same time from their mother's womb. After giving birth to the first twin, comes the second twin, and time changed. So, for you to determine your astrological fingerprint, you need time, location, and date of birth. That is place of birth, date of birth, and time. Time is very important, especially determining your rising sign, because your rising sign is determined by time, the time of your birth. The person that was born by 2 o'clock doesn't have the same rising sign than the person that was born by 2:30. It's like a circle, it's like a wheel. The degree keeps changing. So that is why two twins, a twin born the same day, and most times what they don't have in common is their rising sign. That is what we perceive them as. Your rising sign is your mirror to the world, what you show the world. The constellation rising from the eastern horizon at the moment of your birth is your rising sign. And that is what is mostly altered by time of birth, because time affects the rising, and that is what we perceive them as. So whenever you look at this, probably you look at one twin very laid back, you look at the other one very outgoing, you say both of them don't have the same character. But what actually differs them is just their rising. Their sun sign is still the same. So before we get to the birth chart properly, I would like to tell us about all the constellations that is in the universe. So we have the Pisces, the Scorpio, the Cancer, and I will tell us all as also their elemental disposition. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer are water signs. Their element is water. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius is a fire sign. Their element is fire. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo is an earth sign. Their element is earth. And then Libra, Aquarius, Gemini is an air sign. Their element is air. So each of us knows our zodiac sign, and this determines the core of who we are. Your zodiac sign, that is the sun sign. Now that I'm interpreting the birth chart, please permit me to call it the sun sign, because that is the real name, the sun sign. That is the position of the sun at the day of your birth. People refer to it as zodiac sign, but the real name is the sun sign, because there is moon sign, Venus sign, where all these placements, all the planets were at the time of your birth. So your sun sign determines the core of who you are. You know, but our birth chart gives the detailed version of us. Our birth chart consists everything, not just your sun sign. So from our birth chart, you know, determines how duty conscious we are, how we communicate, how we express love. All of them are written or there in our birth chart, our complete birth chart. That is our astrological fingerprint, which is peculiar to us all, one by one. Nobody shares the same astrological fingerprint. From your birth chart, you can determine how you express your emotions, your thoughts. Your thoughts is your sun sign. Your emotion is your moon sign. How you express love is your Venus sign, and how you are duty conscious is your Saturn sign, where your Saturn is. You know, duty consciousness, time, and restriction is determined by the Saturn. So we all are ruled by these planets and the celestial bodies, as in general. The inner planets rules us, and the celestial bodies, which is the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and then the inner planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, all rule us, has effect on us. That's what I normally say, all other planet placements, whenever I talk about them, and Pluto as well. So and other aspects like the ascendant, which is the rising sign, you can also call the rising sign the ascendant sign, which is the constellation rising, that is ascendant sign, rising at the eastern horizon at the moment of one's birth. That is the ascendant sign, which is your rising sun, which is your mirror to the world. What you show the world that you are like, but in the real sense of the word, you are not exactly like that. Example, you can see is somebody that has sun sign Scorpio, that's zodiac sign Scorpio, and with a rising sign Sagittarius. You will see them very outgoing. You perceive them like a talker, outgoing, and you know, somebody that is fun-loving, all loving to talk and all that. But in the real sense of the word, Scorpio personalities, let's assume a Scorpio has a Scorpio rising. They are very laid back and they won't like to share much with people. But when a Scorpio personality has an ascendant Sagittarius or any of their fire signs, or ascendant Leo or rising Leo, they will tend to be very, very, you know, outgoing and express themselves more. You will be seen as, the person will be seen as a loving person. You know, people will perceive the person as a talker, but that is not their true personality. That covers just maybe like 20% of their entire personality. So pure Scorpio personalities are quite laid back and, you know, very deep, and, you know, studying people from afar. So in your birth chart, your sun sign represents your ego. We revolve around the sun, just like the planets revolve around the sun. All of us revolve around the sun. So the sun gives us vitality and light in the darkness. So generally, the sun is our purpose and our path, and how we leave fingerprints in the sand of time. Everything is determined by our sun sign. Our sun sign is our thoughts, you know, our general well-being. Then our moon sign represents our dark and emotional side, how we process our emotions, how we, you know, what we look like or how we react when we are alone. Our instincts and our reaction in situations are all determined by our moon sign, and represents a mediator between our inner self and our outer self. For example, if you have Aries sun and maybe Scorpio moon, you will find yourself being vengeful. On a normal day, you are an Aries personality, you are not supposed to be vengeful. But if you see yourself, having Scorpio moon, and you will be vengeful and very manipulative. Then your Mercury sign is the planet that shows you how to communicate. It shows you how to deal with people day to day. It represents our day-to-day expression. It also represents how we work in groups. If you group us, how we communicate with other people. Mercury is our planet of communication. And then on our approach to other people, it's also the planet that shows us how to exchange ideas, get our points across to people, how we do it. Like example, the Scorpios are very assertive, the Aries are very assertive, bold, aggressive. So the way they communicate. So if you have your Mercury, even if you are a Pisces and you have your Mercury in Scorpio or Aries, you will find yourself more, assertive, aggressive than the regular Pisces, or like somebody that has Pisces in Pisces moon, or Pisces sun, Pisces moon. So this affects the way our day-to-day reaction or day-to-day interaction with people. So our Mercury is very important in our birth chart, because that is how we interact. It's part of what people perceive us as. It's very prominent in our chart. So where your Mercury is also a very important thing that we all should know, because it affects our day-to-day interaction with people. Then comes Venus. Venus is the planet that rules our sentiment, values, and our love language. Venus is the planet that, everything beautiful and luxury and money is where our Venus is. Venus determines how we express our love and how we show people around us love and what we place value on. Venus also shows us, what we love, like luxurious things. Venus rules the skin, beauty, love, and our sex urge. And this, no, not our sex. Venus determines everything beautiful, how we love luxury, and how we love money as well. So if you have your Venus in Scorpio as well, even if you have your sun sign in Aries or wherever, or maybe Taurus, if you have a sun sign your Venus Scorpio, you will notice that you are obsessive in love. You will love with everything that you have. Even somebody that is a Virgo, that is not supposed to be deeply emotional, but because they have a Scorpio moon, they will tend to obsess when they are in love with anything. They will obsess, they will, show excess love and obsess, because that is how the 8th house shows love. The 8th house is the Scorpio, that is the 8th house of the zodiac. Then moving on to your Mars. Mars rules our, urge, our sexual desires, our aggression. That is where our Mars sign is. It also rules our instinct, our impulse, our urge, our drive to do something. Our sexual desires comes from Mars, and then our body attraction as well, and sexual attraction. It is this planet that triggers us on how we have our sexual encounters, or how we try to show love, and things that triggers us, and our impulses, our ability to fight, our ability to be aggressive and all that. That is why I always tell us that Mars rules Scorpio and Aries. That is why most times when you trigger a Scorpio or an Aries, they go physical on you, because Mars triggers them to be all out in their approach to issues, unlike other planets. Meanwhile, if you have other sun signs, but you have your Mars in Scorpio or Aries, you will find out that little things triggers you, and you will want to fight as well. Moving on to Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet of purpose, freedom, gratitude, and outreach. That is and it makes us to, it affects our generosity. That's Jupiter. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So that's why most times, most Sagittarius are very generous. So it rules our gratitude, our tolerance, our mental and spiritual growth, our philosophical parts, our urge to find deep meaning of things is ruled by Jupiter. That is the planet that shows us how to do all that. That is why it rules Sagittarius, and most Sagittarians are very deep, they are fun-loving, they are tolerant, they are very generous, because the planet Jupiter rules them. And once you have your Jupiter in Sagittarius, you tend to be very generous, fun-loving, and very witty, like the Sagittarians. So moving on to Saturn. Saturn is the planet of responsibility, time, restriction. That is why it rules Capricorn. That's why most times you see Capricorns very duty conscious, all devoted, and that, because the planet that rules them is Saturn, and Saturn is the planet of restriction, time, and duty consciousness. It also rules our self-control, our ability to control ourselves. That is why Capricorns are, when they are love interest, or you will see how self-control they have better self-control than the others. And also it rules our commitment, our ability to be committed in our work, duty, or time. So if you have your Mars in your Saturn in Capricorn, you will find out that you are very duty conscious, committed, devoted, and in your time, with your time, job, and you have certain restrictions. You will not see yourself living a carefree life, having fun, enjoying, partying. You will always be that conserved person that restricts their self very much, because you are ruled, or your Saturn is in Capricorn, where you naturally have a self-control. Then moving on to your Uranus. Your Uranus is the planet of individuality and rebellion. That is why it rules Aquarius. Aquarius borns are very rebellious, and they have the mind of their own, and they are very stubborn because they are ruled by Uranus. Uranus is the planet of innovation and the technology as well. It helps us to keep in touch with our innovative side, our surprising events. All these people that like to do surprise, and set up events that people will not know and make it surprising and innovative. Their Uranus is in Aquarius. So if you have your Uranus in Aquarius, you will be very innovative, and you will know technology a lot. Computers, remote control, all those gadgets will be very easy for you to operate as ABC, because your Uranus in Aquarius. Then comes planet Neptune. Neptune is the planet that rules our spirituality, dreams, and illusions. It is associated with our psychic energy and our daydreaming planets. Uranus is a daydreaming planet. That's why Uranus rules Pisces. It rules our invisible realm. Whenever you always see yourself daydreaming, thinking of what could have been, or going to dreamland to enjoy yourself and come back again, it is your Neptune that is playing a fast one on you. That is why Uranus rules Pisces. You will see Pisces being represented by two fishes revolving in an opposite direction, because Pisces are always alternating between reality or dream and between fantasy, dream, and back to reality. So you see it like that. So it means if you have your Neptune in Pisces, you will be a dreamy person. Instead of facing reality, you will always dream to, probably to feel good about yourself or whatever. Then comes planet Pluto. Pluto is the planet of the underworld. It helps and show us, things that are underneath the surface. Things that you don't see, things that is underneath the surface, is also a planet of beginnings and endings. It rules Scorpio as well. Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. That is why Scorpio always cut off people in their life. That is, they end things abruptly because they are ruled by planet Pluto. Pluto also, influences our control, our power hungerness. That's why they say Scorpios are always want to be in control, and they are always power. Like, they like power, and they like power tussle or power struggle. So Pluto influences our power struggle and our love for control. So if you have your Pluto in Scorpio, you will find yourself loving power and liking control, and not liking to lose control at all. Scorpio natives do not like to lose control in any situation. That is why most times when they see they are falling in love with you too much and you are not giving them the same vibe or the same energy, they cut you off immediately so that they will not lose their control or find themselves love sick, or crying like a sick puppy, begging you, texting you and all that. They will cut it off. That is Pluto for you, a planet of death, rebirth and transformation, renewal and rejuvenation. That is why Scorpios are said that when they meet tough situations in life, they die, not the physical death. They die from that relationship, from that situation, come up to life again. That is rebirth and renewal, and they will behave as if nothing happened, because it's like somebody shedding off their old parts. Ecdysis, shedding off your own part and become a new individual and behave as if nothing happened. That is the Scorpio personality for you. So till I come next time, this is it for your birth chart. Every feature in your birth chart. Here is what a birth chart looks like. You will see the sun sign, the moon sign, the ascendant sign, and your other planet placements, all the 8 planets, because we are in Earth, so we don't get influenced by where we are. So this is it for now. I'm still your host, Atmora Lizzie. Please subscribe to my channel and continue to support me, continue to view my videos, share it and like it. Till I come next time, I love you all, and you all are all my